Hello and welcome back to another Toy Story Reviews action figure video. Today we have the Ultimate Iron Man Marvel Legends comic book accessory figure review. So we'll get on into it. Please like, subscribe, share. Go ahead and follow the Instagram for some awesome sneak peeks of next videos, and we'll get straight on into it. So for the packaging here on Ultimate Iron Man, just like we saw with Miles, you can see Ultimate Iron Man also in red. It does say the comic accessory, which you can see there. Some art in the back of the figure here. Ultimate Iron Man, pretty good logo on the top there. Same thing, says Marvel Legends 2005 #1 with the character right there. Warning. Then on the back, your legal stuff, the rest of the wave. So far we've reviewed Miles. Now I have that is Adam and Banshee. I need to get Ramen Dakin still. There's the other comics in the wave. That's what it's gonna look like with the one we have now. There are those bios if you want to pause and read that. Go ahead and open them on up. So now we're gonna open Ultimate Iron Man up here. So just grab the knife, and usually, like I usually do, is just cut along the box, then down through the bottom, and then I am gonna have to ruin this bottom part just because of the paper kind of gets in the way. And then let's see here. Usually you have to come across like this. Let's see. There we are. Now, take this on out. If it will let me, I'll slide that paper on out. Oh, see, this comic book part is really kind of screwing me over on how I opened it. There goes one of my action figures. So, this is a little difficult to open, for me at least. How about the figure first? Actually, no, can't even. Pop that on out. That on out as well. Those hands. So, we'll take a look at his accessories. So for accessories here, Ultimate Iron Man is of course going to come with the comic book, the whole main part of this new sort of wave type-esque. But you can see it's Ultimate Iron Man #1. It is got the same, it's just like a repaint practically of the Miles one. The same black plastic with Marvel Legends on the back here. You've got the staples on the side, even though it looks like a book from all their angles. But the print is pretty good, I would say. I mean, you can clearly read what it says there. But, I mean, I could really care less. In the packaging, though, he comes with two fist hands here that do have this nice metallic and good texture to them. They do kind of look, the sculpt is good on them. Then he comes with two grip hands, obviously for the comic book. The fingers do just look a tiny bit weird in my opinion. He looks like he has Terminator hands. I mean, you can see each individual joint there, but that's kind of cool. You do have the repulsor there in the middle, and yeah. And then you have two repulsor hands here, which do kind of have a weird sculpt to them, I believe. Like, this is just like kind of weird to me. It's not like the full flat palm, but I guess they're trying something new. These two middle fingers are connected, and the other ones are separate there. But you can, of course, get the other Iron Man effect pieces and put the repulsor blast in there, and I would assume the feet, yeah, right there. But we just don't get it with that because our accessories, of course, are taken up by the comic book and these grip hands. But that's okay, I think. I mean, even though I would like it to have much better than that, but it's okay. But yeah, pretty good accessories here, out the hands and whatnot. But we'll go ahead and take a look at the detail of Ultimate Iron Man right about now. So for the sculpt, this is a pretty chunky figure, and it does look good in a lot of places. The head sculpt here, now obviously for me, this isn't my ideal Iron Man. It just looks nothing like him in my opinion, but it does look cool. You got the big chunkiness, kind of. The helmet is kind of like a weird shape. It goes out here in some fins. The gold on the mask and the blue eyes does look nice there. You can see that there is some sculpt to the neckline work in there. You can see the joint as well. You got some blue paint here and on the Unibeam, which is the only amount of blue other than the eyes that you get on this figure. All the rest is going to be this silver, red, and yellow color. But yeah, just the sculpted detail on this figure is pretty good everywhere. I mean, he just looks like RoboCop or like Terminator in my opinion. But yeah, you can see all the way on the legs here. You've got like some supportive boosts, I would assume, on the back just to lift this thing up. You've got some nice gold here on the shoulders, which are also on the O-ring system. We'll get more on the articulation segment. But yeah, the red, more gold down here and on the feet. You've kind of got like this two-toed feet here that are just huge. Like, yeah, this is kind of growing on me the more I look at it. But you can see that it's more like thickness here on the gauntlets, and then of course down on the bottom parts of the legs here. But just the sculpt work is pretty good. You've got the same line texture here on the inside of the thighs, elbows as you do on the neck. But my gosh, this is kind of cool looking actually. Might need to actually read some of the Ultimate Iron Man comic books. But yeah, it's not like a silver, it's more of the gunmetal gray that we see with Hasbro. But yeah, I really like this. Now I want to see its articulation, which we'll get into now. So Ultimate Iron Man can look, well, he's gonna get about that far up. Not good for your flying poses, but I mean, you can clearly see there's more of a joint back there. Like you could see the neck joint in the back, or the articulation part, but it's just like this ring around the neck kind of stops it. Down, you're gonna get pretty far down. Side to side, rotates all the way around. Oh, the neck also is at a ball joint at the bottom. That's how it moves so much. Makes sense. Your arm's gonna go about that high up. Rotates all the way around. Watch out for the shoulder pad there. Bicep swivel. Pinless double elbows. Gonna get you about that far up, which is still pretty good for this chunkiness of a build. Then there is no gauntlet rotation just because of the joint there. But the wrists do curl in, out, and rotate all the way around. None of them have like the trigger finger up and down hinge, but that's all right with me. Back crunch, you're gonna get about that far back. Forward, not too much forward, but you have sort of a double diaphragm. Like you have one here and you have one down at the waist. It's a little odd, but you still can get some movement. So side, like you go side, but he just folds back. Side. You can rotate all the way around though on this top joint, but it's a little weird for me. Mine's just a little odd, I guess. You can kick about that far out. It stops because of this piece of plastic right here, so be careful. Don't rind up on it and it'll damage the figure. Legs gonna kick that far out. Pretty far back for this. Thigh swivel here. Double pinless knees gonna get you all the way back for this figure. No boot rotation. I mean, you clearly can't even fit that in there. But the ankle pivots down, up, and a bit of rocker. Not a whole lot. It more just rotates side to side. But still, I think it's pretty good articulation. My gripe is just at the chest here, or more of the abdomen. It's just a little weird. But I feel like if I heat it up, it'll get a little bit better. So we'll compare Ultimate Iron Man to some other figures. Now here's Ultimate Iron Man next to some Iron Mans I use for my shelf, which is the modular Iron Man from the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure on the right, which I used for a long time until I got this Secret Wars Iron Man here, the retro sort of brighter color one. And yeah, this Ultimate Iron Man I think is just going to go on my Hall of Armor shelf, but this is the main Iron Man I have on my display. And here he's next to the only other figure I've reviewed in this wave so far, with the Miles Morales, which I think is also is this the same universe? Because isn't this Ultimate Spider-Man, right? I don't really know. I haven't really read it that much. And overall, here's Ultimate Iron Man holding his comic book. And more that I look at it, it reminds me of that Avengers video game where like Kamala Khan has to go collect comic books. So it's kind of sort of starting to make sense to me a tiny bit that these characters in their universe would be holding their own comic books. But then again, those were like stories, but like this would like show his life, his origin. Like I don't think he'd do that in a book. But yeah, overall, putting the comic book aside, this figure I'm going a 9 out of 10. The sculpt and articulation alone, detail-wise, amazing on this figure. I was blown away by it. I have no idea anything about this Ultimate Iron Man, so I'm gonna go read some things about him. But my gosh, does he look cool. And overall, the accessories are pretty nice. You get a good set of hands. You get fists, repulsors, and grips. The grips I could do without and have repulsor blasts. But at least it's like not like the Miles Morales figure where you only get like one set of hands and the rest is shunned out for the accessory wise for the comic book. But still, I think this figure is pretty good. Tell me what your thoughts are on the wave so far. What your ideas are about this comic book. And then, so far I have the Adam Warlock and Banshee figures left to review. Then I need, of course, Rom and Dakin. Along with, I still need to finish the, the Nemesis Build-A-Figure. The Husk, or not the Husk. Yeah, well, Husk's video should already be up, and so should Marrow's, I believe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Doing that's going to help me out a ton and help people who love this community just as much as me and you. Get out, watch my videos, and really helps me out a ton. But yeah, also follow the Instagram. You can see some nice sneak peeks of future videos on there. That's all I have for you today. Toy Soldier Reviews, out.